I'm very excited to be in front of this group of professionals who have what they would describe as the best job in the world. They really do. It's also a very hard job, and I think it's a job that many people don't understand the scope of which is tremendous. But when you really look at somebody like me who gets inspiration from affecting the lives of others, then it's really an opportunity to be working with an organization that does that on a very intimate level. So I'm really thrilled about that. I run a nonprofit that is powered by volunteers, and I know that the family caregivers that we serve, the husbands and the wives and the sons and daughters who get terrible news that someone they love has an awful diagnosis, I know that those people rely on their relationships with volunteers, and those volunteers are managed by this team of fabulous pros. What I think is so beautiful is that most of the volunteers, and that includes many really successful, high-powered, multi-experienced individuals who bring that richness to this platform. I think that when you look at why they want to do it, there's always a story. We all have a story. You know, our lives are defined by relationships. So someone who says, I want to give back, all you have to do is peel that back a little way to see where that came from. What is that heart connection? And so the skill of being able to take someone's experience and their availability and their interest and match it with an opportunity is really a beautiful dance that not everyone can do. So that's really lovely to see that in many cases there are thousands of volunteers being managed by essentially one woman with a superwoman cape. And some men, I'm sure. I think that because so many people want to bring their life experience to the volunteer table, we're seeing programs and we're seeing expressions of creativity, and we're seeing exercise, and we're seeing all the various things that we as individuals love and know work in our lives, we want to bring to the volunteer experience. So look, I was a kid who was a candy striper in a hospital. That's a great way to volunteer. I've worked in the gift shops. That's a great way to volunteer. And there are many people for whom that's the perfect fit. There are lots of others who want to do something that's personally tailored to them and what they can offer to a segment of the continuum of care that needs to hear their message. That's a real craft. You know, that's like taking, it's like being on a college campus and saying, you know, what do you want to major in? So you get to look at all these volunteers. What do you want to major in? And it's really cool to see all the different ways to express. I think there are a lot of ways to get to the volunteer experience, but for most people, they have a little inkling and a little nudge. And as soon as they take that step forward, that flame becomes taller and brighter. But it just takes being willing to show up and say, I want to be of service. It's really as simple as that. And if you come with an open heart and time and interest, then that's what's so cool about these volunteer professionals. I have talked to these ladies. They are going to find a way to mine that resource and make sure that there's a place for you to be involved. Because in communities, we're all responsible to each other. You know, we're just on loan in this lifetime for a little while. So there's not a better way or a higher way for us to serve our own humanity than by giving of ourselves to someone else.